Skull, and welcome back to Valkyrie's Art Corner. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notification when my new videos come out. Today's going to be kind of a little funny video. I've been watching for a long time ETHAN KLEIN and ELA on H3 Productions, and I've seen how goofy they can be, and how open-minded and how fun they are. And I've just been a huge fan of them for a very long time. So we're going to do something as like a tribute to Ethan. So it's going to be super cutesy, but still embrace the fruit master that he is. So we're going to start painting this canvas pink for the background. And then you're going to just continue and paint this whole thing. You'll want to have your brush wet the entire time. That way it spreads the paint more evenly, and that way you get better coverage over it, so you have less white poking through it. So you just want it one solid color. And just keep in mind, this is the first like cutesy style painting I've ever done, because I'm more into the gothic kind of dark themes, anything more like horror, gore, Victorian kind of era thing. So this is I had a hair in my painting. There we go. If you mess it up, you just get some water and some paint, just kind of over the top of it. But anyway, yeah, I'm more into like I said, the gothic scene and everything like that. Things that are a little bit more creepy, a little bit out there. But just for Ethan, though, I'm gonna make it all bright and colorful and cute. Alright, we're almost finished here, so we'll get that completely solid in. And this video is going to end up being a two-parter, because once we get the initial colors on it and everything background-wise on here, it's still going to be super wet, so I'm going to let it set for a little while and let it dry, and then I'll make a part 2 video of actually how to draw on top of it. That way you can continue painting. Again, like I did with my sunset video for golden paints, this is going to be an all wet on wet technique. So now that I'm done with that, we are going to do the background with a rainbow, starting with red. And since my brush already had pink on it, I'm just going to dip right into the red. There we go. And then you just keep adding on the red to however dark you want to get it. And then take some orange, and if you know your rainbow colors, or if you don't, it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, or indigo, and then violet. It just depends on which type of rainbow you're wanting to go with. And I'm having trouble with this lid. My paint just slid down, so I'm going to set it up here. Alright, so I'm going to dry this off a little bit to get the red color off, because we don't want the orange to be too red. And then just put that right next to it. And there we go, and then yellow. And to keep the orange from getting in the yellow, I'm going to rinse my brush after I put this paint down to make sure that the orange doesn't mix with the yellow. So I'm just going to dust the orange off to kind of make the brush a little drier. Give it more of that, and see, some orange still got into it, but since you have less orange on there, you can always go back and add the yellow. And this is that fluid yellow that I had gotten out of that sample pack, and it works really well. And then, since I have that, I'm going to go over to grab my green. And I'm not mixing yellow and blue together this time. I'm doing a pre-mixed green on it, so that way it's just, oh no, I got something in my painting. And again, it's just like earlier when I had the hair in the pink, I can just swipe that back over and fix it. Here we go. And just wipe that off. And we're going to add green. There we go. One more time, and then since we're going to be adding blue into it, we're really not going to need to rinse the brush again, just kind of dust it off so it gets the majority of that green color off. Then we're going to take our blue. Oh no! No, 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 no! Why? Why did it happen like that? I hate it when that happens. Ah, so frustrating. Then add the blue. Yeah, they're always happy accidents. So like, even if I was like painting something less colorful or different than this, I could still go back and fix anything that gets into it because it's still wet. Even when it's dry, you can still paint over it. And since purple is in blue, or blue is in purple, sorry, we're going to not even rinse our brush or dust it off, so that way it gives it that nice kind of like violet color. And then that's all the rainbow colors we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna get my brush wet and just splatter purple all over it, just to kind of give it that cool little effect that you sometimes see in like pictures or whatever. And you just do that as much as you would like to on here. I like doing it because it's fun and it's messy and it's fun. There we go. And you just take the brush while it's really wet and just flip the end of it, and yeah, it got all over my fingers. And it's going to get all over your fingers too, but that's okay. So this is all we're going to do for part one. We're going to let it dry, and then we're going to move on to part two, actually putting Ethan on the canvas. So I will see you later. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.